Okay, so I just put vitamin C in my hair in order to take the color out. And so once I rinse that out, I'm going to do a few things in order to bring back the moisture and the curl pattern, because the vitamin C really strips your hair. And that's what anything that is going to remove some pigment out of your hair is going to do. I mean, you're opening the hair shafts and you're removing color, and then the hair shafts are still open, so then you're going to need something to close the hair shafts with again. So I'm going to demonstrate a couple of recipes here. And the first recipe I'm going to demonstrate is my moisturizing spray. And I found this on YouTube also. There's really nothing new under the sun. And so I'm going to demonstrate it to you so you'll have it on my channel. Basically, the basic ingredients of the moisturizing spray is aloe vera. And I was blessed with this gift of a gigantic aloe vera leaf, and I have plenty to work with now. So what I did was I cut maybe about a quarter of a cup of it a piece, and I peeled it. Well, my son peeled it here. He peeled about that much, and I've got it in my handy dandy magic bullet. So I'm going to now blend this, and this is going to be part of what's going into the moisturizer. The next thing I'm going to use is almond oil. Almond oil is an excellent moisturizing oil for your hair. It's 100% pure, and it really soaks in and moisturizes your scalp. And this is a now product. And then the other product I'm going to use, which I love this, is rose water. And you might have seen a video. It smells so good, that I did where I took you on a health food store field trip. And I showed you that you can get this from the health food store. This is Heritage Store. That's the name of the product. But you can just buy rose essential oil, rose water. Some people buy rosewood. I'm not really fond of the smell of rosewood myself. I really like rose water. That's my favorite scent. And actually, it's my signature scent. I used to buy it from the Body Shop as an essential oil, and now they don't make it anymore. So this actually is a really good replacement. You can put this all over your body, etc. So anyway, let's get to it. Basically, I'm going to ground up the aloe vera gel. And I'm hoping to ground this to where it becomes a gel liquid and there are no lumps. So if you wind up having lumps later, it's not that big of a deal. You can strain it out, and you can use it for another recipe. So, for sake of time, that's as much as I'm going to blend. But I might blend this 3 or 4 times just to get it into a very liquidy consistency. So, of aloe vera gel, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of the aloe. I might use a little bit more than that because I really love the qualities that aloe gives your hair. It's kind of a protectant, and it also defines the curl. And I'm going to use a tablespoon of the almond oil, and I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of the rose water. I really hate using so much of it because it's one of my favorite products, but c'est la vie. So I don't really measure, I just kind of pour. So that's about a tablespoon. And then the almond oil here. So this is, as you can see, a very simple recipe. Very basic. And it kind of goes a long way because you don't really need to use a lot of it in your hair. So there we go. So this is how much you're going to get. I like to recycle bottles, and this was a vinegar bottle, so I recycled that. So now I've got the top. So it makes for a really nice keepsake. Shake it up. The best thing to do is to put it into a spray bottle and spray it on your hair. I tried this spray bottle here, but it clogged really badly. So I would recommend that you get something called a misto or a mister and probably put it in that, and that's probably going to do you better. I did order this online, this mister. This is an excellent product, and let me show you how it works. Basically, you pump, And there's a little pump where the liquid goes into it. And then you hit the spray button, and it's a continuous spray. That works excellently for your hair. So I would try and see if you can find one of these on Amazon. This one is really too big. You really want one that's more like about 16 ounces. I think this is an 8 ounce, but I would get like a 16 ounce. So there you have it. Where was I? That's the moisturizing spray. Once I take this out, the first process I'm going to do is a beer rinse. And let me get the beer that I'm going to use here. This is a new beer that I tried, and it actually tastes very good if you like dark beer. A lot of people don't like dark beer, but I love dark beer. This is a stout, and so the darker the beer, the better. And I'll show you a tutorial on that, but it really isn't that serious. All you do is you open the bottle, you let it sit for about an hour, and then you pour it on your dry hair. Don't wet your hair, pour it on dry hair. And then you really can leave it in. So make sure that you wash your hair first, get it to where you're ready for prep, and then you pour it in your hair, and then you can go on and moisturize from there. The rose water is really excellent for that after a beer rinse because you might have a slight beer smell, but really you don't smell beery at all. But this, if you're self-conscious about it, will completely eliminate that because it has so much rose water in it. So definitely do the beer rinse, ladies. I can't stress it enough. I had extremely dry, damaged hair after I cut the last part of my perm off from just wearing wigs and, you know, just letting it grow and not really doing much with it. And as soon as I did the beer rinse, my hair just sprung back to life, and I'm extremely excited about the way it turned out now. So the next tutorial that I'll show you when we come back is a humectant. And I live in Florida, and it gets extremely humid, and I noticed the first time I went all natural, wore my hair out, and I thought I was all pretty, and as soon as I got out of the car, poof, it turned into like this complete Angela Davis fro. And I don't mind having a fro, but I wasn't ready for that that day. So then I had to go back and research humectants, and so I found a great natural humectant recipe, and I'll be showing you that next.